everyone. I just wanted to welcome you to your Calc 1 class. I'm Dr. Lori Ann Austin, and I will be your instructor for this course for the spring semester. I've worked at RVCC for about 15 years, 16 I think, and currently chair the Math and Computer Science Department. I've taught calculus for the past few years, so I'm really excited. I just want to give you a quick overview of your Canvas course so you can get started. Okay, so when you log on your Canvas course, which you've obviously done already because you're watching this video, it takes you just to the home screen. That kind of gives you an outline of some of the items that are available to you and a little summary of what some of the tabs are. Now, the most important tab is probably your modules. I'm going to switch over to student view for a second so that you can, it looks like what you see. So here's your course information. When you purchase the material for Calc 1, you really need to consider if you're taking just Calc 1 or moving on to Calc 2 and Calc 3. You can purchase material for just 18 weeks, which will cover the course of this semester. But if you are planning on going on to Calc 2, the same material you will not have to purchase again at a slightly higher price, and you can purchase for the life of the book, which will take you through our Calc 2 course as well as Calc 3 if you are taking that. Under here, I have our syllabus. So I want to take a quick look at some of the information in the syllabus. I do have office hours. My office hours are on campus in West 318, Mondays from 10 to 12, Tuesday, Thursday, 11:30 to 12:30. If you need to set up something virtually with me, please, you are welcome to do so. Just need to email me in your Canvas course. So here's more information about the textbook. And again, think about those two options. Option 1 for 18 weeks and option 2 for the life of the book. We will be utilizing My Math Lab. So if you just purchase My Math Lab online, that will get you a digital copy of the textbook, your student resources, all sorts of resources, plus access to your homework problems. If you want a hard copy, that is entirely up to you. You can certainly get a hard copy from the bookstore. You can also, if you're just looking for a supplement and you want to pay just the fee for the Math Lab, but you do want a hard copy, you can always look for earlier editions. It would be very similar. Let me see. So please just take the time to read through all of this syllabus. Ask any questions that you have. For our course, exams and quizzes will be worth 40%. Group labs will be worth 15%. The labs are done by group, and I'll talk about them in a little bit. We will have weekly concept checks. So those forums will be worth 5%. They're more of conceptual questions like, can you explain to me what a limit is? Can you explain the 3 steps to determining continuity of a function? There weren't problems to solve, just checking your understanding. And of course, the Math Lab homework is, we'll go over that in a little bit as well. There will be a cumulative final exam, and that will be worth 30% of your grade. We need to know that you can take all the material and understand it all together, basically. There's a breakdown of the grades. Again, just read through. There's a lot of stuff I put in here. Test. We only can use, you'll only use scientific calculators on your test. Graphing calculators are not necessary for this course. Desmos is an awesome online tool, and you can use Desmos to check a lot of graphs and stuff like that. But for exams, you're only allowed to bring scientific calculators. Again, I'll explain to you where you can get your lab groups, but labs will be done in groups. So read all this information. There are ways your groups will be able to collaborate online. You will turn in 1 lab per group. Whoever turns it in, everybody in that group is able to see that lab. I will write comments on it and certainly give a lot of feedback, and everybody in your group will be able to see that feedback. Of course, my math lab, we'll go over that in a second. The concept check forums. So again, just kind of go through all of this. I'm not going to read it all to you. It's all here. You can take a look at it. I also provide a tentative schedule. So each week, I run my weeks Tuesday to Monday. I don't like having Sundays as the last day of the week because maybe you have commitments or something happens on Sunday. It always gives you till Monday night to get your work done. These weeks will correspond to the modules in Canvas. But print this out. This is a great schedule to have. You know, say during week 1 or during week 2, this is all the material you need to complete during that week. So for this week, it's very simple. Take some time to review Pre-Calc 1 and Pre-Calc 2. I have some review materials. Do just 2.1, the idea of a limit, which is sign up for Math Lab, do Math Lab 2.1, and the forum is simple this week. I just want you to introduce yourself. So our week will end Monday, and this is all you need to complete by Monday. These pages just refer to the textbook. You do not turn them in. That's just for you as an extra resource to try out some problems. If you try the odd problems, there's a great student resource module that has all of those problems worked out. So you know, the best way to learn calculus is to practice a lot, and that gives you additional practice. Due dates for labs are in here. Test dates are in here. Our tests are taken in the RVCC Testing Center. I give you a 3-day time period, so test 1 is between Tuesday 2/7 and Thursday 2/9. If you do not live close to RVCC to come to the testing center, you can find a testing center by you, and you will have to email me the information. Okay, so please print the syllabus and take a look. And as I stated, those syllabus will match our weekly modules. So when you look at the weekly modules, you will see I have the first 3, I have everything for our first chapter posted. So week 1, again, this is actually week 1 and 2. I did combine week 1 and 2 together, so that's why it goes from 118 to 130. That's your introduce yourself, your first limits lab, 2.1, and I went ahead and put 2.2, 3, and 4 on here as well because I understand it's when you join an online course, sometimes it takes a couple days to get things started. So what I did with week 1 and 2 is I combined them and have it all due by the 30th. And then, of course, after that, then the weeks become exactly just that, a week's worth of material. I also want to show you at the beginning of the course, we have something called review resources. This is if you are not sure you have a firm understanding of, say, Pre-Calc 1 and Pre-Calc 2. There's some great things here, some nice resources that you do need to know. You know, as far as, say, trig identities, you may or may not remember those. We expect you to know your basic trig identities, like your reciprocal identities, your Pythagorean identities, sum and difference formulas. You'll see which ones we use in class a lot. Those that are used in class that you see examples of in my videos, they are the ones you need to know. So take the time to kind of get used to everything. When it does come time to start working on your first group lab assignment, if you come over here to people, you will see everyone who is in the class. If you go to groups, you can find out which group you are in. So here's everybody that's in group 1, everyone that's in group 2, and so on and so on. There are 3 or 4 students in every group. And then, again, when you look at your first lab, which is due January 23rd, when you turn the lab in, I will be able to see the grade when it gets posted will go to everybody in the group. Other thing I wanted to show you under modules, there is a discussion post that's limited to your group. So each group will have their own discussion post. So if you're in group 1, only people in group 1 can see what you write in your discussion board. So every group has their own discussion board. Groups will stay the same per unit. We have 4 units in this course: limits, which is chapter 2, derivatives, which is chapter 3, applications of derivatives, chapter 4, and integration, chapter 5. I will change the groups per chapter, which is about 2 labs per chapter. So you'll work with people for so long and then you'll move on. And I'll provide more information about groups. As far as, let me get out of student view for a second. So I will post announcements regularly. I have not posted an announcement yet. I will get one out today to welcome you to the class. Your announcements will appear at the top of the class. So I will post announcements to remind you of upcoming tests and everything else. So the most important thing is, how are you going to learn the material? So here's what I will do. I teach this class Tuesday, Thursday mornings on campus. When I teach my lesson, I use my notebook, recorded my laptop, and I will work out the lesson on the laptop, project it for the students to see. It'll get recorded. So every Tuesday and Thursday, you will get new videos of me teaching the content for that week. So please keep a lookout. So today, of course, you saw the welcome video pop up. Tomorrow, you will see a video that'll go over 2.1, the idea of a limit. So those videos will be very helpful to you. The videos will kind of mimic the notes. You have PowerPoint notes as well. So if you open or print out the PowerPoint notes while you're watching the video, it could be very useful. So you have my videos, you have the PowerPoint notes. Of course, it's not going to download right now. It's going to take a while. You also have the My Math Lab. So let me, since the PowerPoint notes don't want it, you can download them. It's probably a lot quicker than writing them to load in Canvas. So I'll give you a quick view real fast. So here's your PowerPoint notes. So again, what I do on the videos will kind of supplement these notes, though the PowerPoint notes probably have even more information on them. All right, so the main thing is the My Math Lab and Mastering. So as you're going along, when it says homework, once you get My Math Lab and Mastering set up, how you do that, look under course information and follow the directions on this document. Once you have it fully set up, you can access all homework directly in Canvas. When students do that, it tends to be, depending on how big your computer is, it tends to be small and condensed. Do you see how kind of small a screen that is? So if you come over to My Math Lab and Mastering, I'm going to leave this, and I'm going to open Math Lab and Mastering directly, and come over to Assignments. If you look at it this way, it just gives you a bigger screen. It's the same homework. The grades are going to transfer to Canvas no matter where you do them. But you can see now, much easier to see, much easier to work with. You can work out these problems as often as you like. So let's suppose I keep getting it wrong. It gives you little hints. I get it wrong again. I get a hint. In fact, this is the final chance. You get 3 chances to get that problem correct. I got it wrong on the 3rd time, told me what the correct answer is. I said, okay. Now take a look at what this problem is. S of t equals negative 4.9 t squared. When I hit okay, you have to kind of go through the whole thing first. The multi-step ones, you get 3 chances again. So again, let's suppose I keep getting them all wrong. Of course, I picked a problem that has, oh yeah, it has 4 A, B, C, D. So I'll keep checking it, and incorrect. You get the option of a similar question. All it does is slightly change the numbers, but hopefully now you know what to do. You can also click to the textbook. In some of the problems, you can ask for an example, and it'll give you an example. If you hit Ask My Instructor, it will send that problem to me. You got to give me a day to review it, and I will provide you with some feedback. You can also help me solve this, and it'll take you through helping you solve that particular problem with a lot of nice detailed steps. Of course, you will then have to redo another problem. In other words, you can do your homework over and over till you get 100% on it. Okay? Now, also in Math Lab, suppose you watched my video, you read the notes, and you still weren't quite sure how to do something. Well, maybe we're doing derivatives, and it was the section on the chain rule, which is a kind of a tough topic. Go to the video and resource library, hit derivatives, hit chain rules, select all, and here you will find additional video lectures that the publisher made. So again, if I'm not providing you with enough examples for you to quite get the material, then you can pop onto the video lectures from the publisher. That is entirely up to you, and you can view the textbook. And that will come up. Again, everything's a little slow on my thing today, but chain rules section from the textbook will pop up, and you can take a look at that. There's your textbook. Or some of these, maybe I want an introduction, maybe I just want to see an example. So I want an example. Find derivative using chain rule. You got a 2.5-minute video to do that. So there's lots of information here. And then, of course, there is the actual e-text contents. So again, we're going to start in Chapter 2, 2.1, and you can view the interactive textbook, and you can read through that. That's often helpful to get more information, especially when answering those concept questions that you're going to get each week. So a lot of stuff is in Math Lab. All the work you do in Math Lab for the homework will get transferred right over to your gradebook in Canvas, so no need to worry about that. It's not automatic. It might take like 10-15 minutes, but it does sync directly over. So again, I just wanted to make a short video kind of giving you a quick overview. I will provide more videos as we go along. I will certainly provide videos for content, and I will post announcements with more detailed information. For now, I still I'm getting I have to put the forum questions up. There's still some things I need to put into the course today, but everything is there for you to get started. You can at least get registered for Math Lab today, do the introduce yourself, and then tomorrow you will find a video on section 2.1. Also, by the weekend, you want to reach out to your group members through the discussion lab to find out when everybody can get together. How you are going to work on your group is up to you. We'll look into some options, but I believe students still have Zoom links. There's, I'll provide a document that will give you ideas. Those of you that work with Google can always download your lab, upload it as a Google Doc, and you can work that way. But again, one person turns it in, but everybody needs to work on it, okay? So again, quick introduction for now, and I will be providing more information as the week gets started.